Bring
Just
it.
saying fuck it.
All right.
God,
we're,
let's go.
we're rolling.
We're rolling?
Camera on for sure?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I hope
Welcome to the Yellow Light District. Almost everything is okay. It is episode 0006. We're going places, boys, and today we have another guest, Jason, 1 Ton Young. Jason, tell us about yourself.
Well, nickname is Jags. I'm a little overweight, you know. Car just broke down. It's always a good thing.
Good
but definitely glad to be on the podcast today. The podcast dedicated to Cardi B.
Mm-hmm.
And, just happy to be with the boys.
Yeah, we're here for the Queen, Cardi B.
We have Connor. We had him on last time, but this is his beautiful.
I am not indeed.
Okay, don't say it. Don't say it. All right. We have Cercone again also. He took a 2-episode hiatus, but he's back now.
Thank God he took that hiatus.
One long nap.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good one, Jags.
One long UFC fight.
Jags, tell us a little about your car.
All right, well,
It's a blog.
drove over to Robert Morris University, and we were like, hey, let's go get some sketty, Took the boys over. After we acquired the sketty, go back to my car, it's just not turning. The engine's just not going.
It's not turning.
So, we fucked around with it.
No, it's turning.
Connor made it loose somehow.
I was in there beating it with a crowbar for 35 minutes.
I mean,
All right. Tell me, what do you do for a living? What are you doing right now?
I mean,
what's going on in your life?
right now, going to Community College of Allegheny County, Orside.
You working at all?
Yeah, I work 2 jobs.
Alright.
Giuliano's Italian restaurant
Let's go.
and
Damn,
the beef jerky outlet located in the Strip District.
Who owns the beef jerky outlet?
Well, let me tell you. My father, Richard Young, and my uncle, Douglas Young.
Now, if I was
Is it Douglas or is it just Doug?
It's Douglas.
Dougie. It's Douglas.
if I was to go into the beef jerky outlet and ask for some jerky, how would you sell me this jerky?
Let's hear the pitch.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's it. I want to
personally, I've never been there.
Yeah, same
So-
here. I would love to hear.
I want to know what jerky tastes like.
All right. So let's say, we get a few customers walking
Like
in.
Cardi B walks in. What are you
All
gonna
right, so Cardi B walks in. First of all, I'm kissing her feet, right?
Right.
say? You're gonna wash your feet with your
Wow.
hair. Right?
Okay, now, so let's say some customers walk
He's
in.
a feet guy.
Yeah, he's a feet guy.
I mean,
He's
you
a
know,
feet guy.
He's a Cardi B feet guy. That's
And,
It's good.
these people are like, just eyeing up the place. I'm like, hey, you guys been here before? And
So wait,
they're like,
tell me what they say or what you say when they say, "No, I've never been here before." First time.
well, I usually say like, well, let me tell you a little about the store.
All right.
We have free samples in the barrels located around the store. Then I'll tell them the difference in jerky. Like the white labels are the smoked kind, so they're a lot softer, easier to chew. And
Would you say that they're better for people that wear dentures and occasionally have to gum stuff?
yeah, I would definitely say that.
Okay.
And then the yellow labels are the dehydrated kind. Yeah, they're tougher, more of a traditional kind.
So not good for people with dentures.
No, but for
Could I pop it in like a piece of toffee and suck on it?
I mean, yeah, you could do that. You could technically do whatever you want with it. I really don't care.
How many flavors are offered at the BJO?
Ooh, I'd say we have over
All right, look,
close.
it's pretty simple. The wall says there's over 100 varieties, but the bag says there's over 200 varieties. So
Excuse
it's
me.
somewhere between 100 and 200.
I was asking the owner of beef jerky outlet.
He's the owner.
He
Son
owns
of
the
the owner.
entire business, like the whole company.
Well, I mean, we do have a wide selection of flavors. Definitely some of the best, though. The original smoked, the cherry maple smoked beef.
The Cajun barbecue beef brisket.
Yep, definitely that one. And the
Honey
prime
jalapeno.
rib.
Oh,
And
come on.
honey jalapeno.
That's a top
Honey
5.
jalapeno. Ooh, that
That's a
sounds
top
good.
5. It's good stuff.
Is that really
Oh, yeah.
cultured
Never been there.
jerky?
I mean,
No,
once you get sucked into this jerky life, you just can't get out.
your dad tells me today at work or yesterday actually, he says, I want Jason to get into aeronautics and retire with Boeing. So what do you think about that? You trying to get into aeronautics, Jags?
You know me. I'm not really a fly boy myself, but
I mean, you just gotta work.
I'm
on
more of a
planes.
car guy because, I make them work.
You
Yeah,
seem
you're
like
a
you're
car
good
guy.
at it.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Might be
Yeah, not as much as that dig over
You're
there.
natural. You're natural.
Yeah, so,
Car crashing.
I mean, me and engines, we're like one and the same.
Yeah, I'd say me and Jags are about the same on
You should be a
car
professional race car driver.
smart. I was thinking about demo car driver.
That's a lot.
I can definitely see it.
I mean,
How many cars?
do you
How many
ride?
cars have you totaled? 4.
well, all right. I totaled mine.
Oh, it's
A week later, totaled my brother's. The next day, my
Wait,
mom's
your,
tranny blew
Your brother,
up.
the Messiah, right?
Yes.
Wow, you just killed this fucking conversation.
Yeah,
man.
it's
Kind of a dick move.
kind of awkward.
That was like a joke.
All right, so
Wow.
how many cars have you totaled, Connor?
Cut that out.
Totaled?
Now keep it.
Do it live.
Totaled, I've totaled 2.
3.
Fender, no, 2. The third car was under warranty, so the tranny was replaced for
You
free.
totaled it.
No, it
But
wasn't
it got
totaled.
replaced.
It was not my fault, though.
But it still got totaled.
No. The totaling means you get rid of the car.
What
They
about
just
the one where
fix
you
it.
took out the electrical box and McKnight?
That one was definitely the worst one. So
That's my personal favorite.
I was
Let's hear
driving-
the story. Let's hear the story.
All right, so started out of work early, so I was like cruising down the highway.
What song were you listening to?
I was listening to "Midsummer Madness" by Joji,
88 Rising.
88 Rising.
or
Featuring
Joji.
There you go. Good man.
Josie.
I was cruising down along, and I get to my exit. So I like go to turn on my exit, and then all of a sudden I see brake lights in front of me, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" I like try to hit the sickest drift that would have been seen like Fast and Furious 2, and I like yank it. All of a sudden, I like bang my head against the steering wheel. I like thought I was dead for a solid like 3 minutes, and then I look over, see the
Grab my nicotine.
I couldn't find my
Grab the
nicotine.
D-Walt.
I couldn't find my nicotine for a solid while, but and then like I just realized, oh, I wrecked my car. I got out, looked at it, and wasn't pretty.
Now, during this whole process, did you film a TikTok?
No, I did not. I did not flip my car
Oh, I
while
forgot
filming a
about that.
TikTok. And granted, I would have become internet famous in about 25 minutes if I would.
You're not that
No,
attractive.
I was gonna say you're
Yeah,
a
I'm
fat
not-
white male. It's not gonna
Yeah.
work.
Fair enough. I'm
Yeah,
not.
you gotta try a lot harder.
Wow, you just literally fat shamed Connor.
That's
Yeah,
a fucking
How
asshole.
dare you?
Yeah,
I love my blood.
2 girls from our high school got in a car wreck. They rolled their car and took a TikTok, and it was what Harry Styles like reposted or something.
Some
No,
No,
just some
fucking
famous
vlogger.
Twitter account, and they got like a BuzzFeed article.
Yeah, they got a
Yeah,
BuzzFeed
BuzzFeed.
article.
They got like interviewed and everything.
they
That's
got
not-
like shit on by all the boomers.
Right. So speaking of TikTok, what's your opinion on TikTok, Jax?
Cancer.
Okay, TikTok at the beginning
Yeah.
was a beautiful thing.
It was prime. It was
Right?
prime.
I
I mean,
mean,
Vine-esque, if I would say
It,
so.
it was
myself.
definitely Vine-esque. I mean, basically, someone would post something stupid, and someone would make fun of it, and it's really funny when that happens. But when people try to make up their own content, or just like, hey, let's be quirky and do something like this, like it just doesn't work.
That's fair.
It's like, God, why am I watching this?
I hate this like TikTok like e-boys that just like basically take videos of themselves like posing and scowling and just like call it like videos.
He sounds a little bit
The ones
jealous.
that I like a lot.
Yeah.
I am a little jealous.
The ones
of
that I
it.
like a lot now are the TikTok formula TikToks, where like it's just a guy narrating what he's doing.
Yeah.
You stand in front of a mirror with a large, unconventional object in your hand, swaying side to side nauseously. Pause. Look at the camera. Look at the mirror. This is the TikTok formula.
Yeah, that's a good one. I've never seen it, but I'll take your word for it. My personal favorite is actually the ones where like they'll actually take a video, the TikTok that's already been made, and they make slides on it. So it's like some guys saying something, and then I don't know, I can't really use an example, but then they'll make a slide of it. It's pretty funny.
Oh yeah,
You gotta
I
see
know
it for
exactly
yourself.
What you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'll take your word for
Oh,
it.
like the electric slide.
close enough. But yeah.
I mean, it's
I'm
pretty
more of a
much it.
moonwalk guy myself, but
I tried to do the electric slide once and I fell and hit my head.
You can do the worm now.
That is
Yeah.
true.
dude, the best dance.
Get on the table and do it.
I mean, clear it off.
I only have 2 party tricks, and that's breaking something off my head or doing the
Or
work.
if there's a piano around,
He is
start
a
playing.
he is a
What
penis.
song is that?
He's a
I was
penis.
talking about the Ouija board.
Oh yeah, I did the Japanese thing.
Oh,
No,
Oh, that is-
Oh,
he's
That's
talking about the
Kung
Ouija
Fu
yeah, we
fighting.
should talk about the Ouija board.
Yeah, let's talk about the Ouija board.
No,
For the
I do
fraternity.
love all
Yeah,
that.
come on,
That's
why not?
scary.
Spooky stories, baby.
All right, so we did, so my fraternity house is really old. It used to be an insane asylum at first. There's been 2 homicides in there with 2 of the girls that used to live in there before it was an insane asylum. So my fraternity, a lot of the guys like to use a Ouija board, and they would go down in the basement, and the basement's already scary as it is. And they had there's this one little room in there. They call it the situation or panic room.
Ooh.
Well, we went down there once, and this is probably the scariest story for myself. there was an old piano down there, like an electric piano that had no batteries in it. You know, I was checking it because I was afraid someone was gonna try to like fuck with us, and someone would kept trying to summon like the mother of the two girls that died, Laura, and kept trying to summon her. You know, like, are you here? All of a sudden, it already freaked me out, but I just thought maybe someone was fucking with us. The piano, the lights started going on, like the keys, but none of the sound. And the lights only go on when the sound is on. So I was already freaking out. I'm already in my chair, and I'm just observing. I don't like playing with the Ouija board. I don't fuck with that shit. Mama raised the bitch. I'm just saying it right now. But so but I'm just sitting there watching. I'm holding a hammer in my hand, like I'm actually gonna do something if someone tries to kill us, even though like it's probably gonna go straight right through them. But then they said, Laura, give us one last sign. And then the piano just made a sound like on one of the keys. I got up, I threw my fucking chair at the piano, and I just booked it upstairs. I said a few Our Fathers, and I just locked my door and like boarded up the windows with like clothes and shit, like thinking that's gonna work. But so that's probably the scariest story for the Ouija board for myself. And then we had a priest come and bless the house because we thought we were haunted.
Didn't you like just find the Ouija board like randomly, like also?
Well, okay, so my buddy before he kept having all these bad dreams and he woke up one time screaming, and he said he literally was talking to Laura in his sleep. And this was before everybody was starting to play with the Ouija board. No one's played with the Ouija board for at least a few years. And the day he moved out, I was helping him clean out his apartment, and we're cleaning it out. And I went on top of his bed because it's like a bunk bed, but no one slept on the top. It was just all like wood. So I was up there, and I'm cleaning. I lift up one of the board, and I just see a Ouija board just open.
Fuck that.
With that like that looking glass thing that you use. Or,
Yeah,
that
like
window.
Yeah.
It was on it. Like it wasn't, and usually like if it's just out there, you think like the piece would be like somewhere else.
Yeah.
It was on the board underneath like the boards I took off, and I saw that. I leaned over and I was like, "Hey, Llama," and he was like, "What?" I was like, "I think I know why you're having bad dreams." He said, "Why?" I said, "You played with the Ouija board recently?" He's like, "No, I didn't even know we had one."
Dude, I'd be out.
And so I said, "Look up here." He peeks his head open, and he's like, "I can't deal with this," and then just cracked open like a beer. And he's like, "I need to get drunk for this now. I'm too scared." Like to
The
think about
instant
this
in the
sober.
basement started playing with
The
it.
ballot comes
Well, so
out.
then that's what sparked everybody wanting to play with it because they thought like that's
Like that is literally the plot to a horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The setup. Like,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And it also is worse that there's just a movie on Netflix called
Dude, I wanted to see that.
Something Fraternity Row or Haunted on Fraternity Row. And
Oh,
there's
the new movie that came out.
I don't know if it's new. It's been on.
I wanted to watch
There's
it.
one there's one that came out like this week, I think.
Oh no!
Are you
it's
talking
not
about Black
that
Christmas?
Yeah.
I heard that's like ass. I
It's
heard
a
it's like
fraternity
I heard it's
thing.
like really like preachy and it's like always talking about like it's like this
Yeah.
men are pigs and things like that.
Well, let's go. You love to hear some misogyny.
But
better.
so
Excellent.
I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so the Fraternity Row movie it actually has a Sigtaw in it. Like Sigtaw is like that's the fraternity it's
Oh,
called.
jeez.
And that's instantly I was like, okay, no, this is not it. This is where the next movie like next movie is gonna come out.
I wanted to watch that with you guys. You guys are just never over.
It was. I mean, it's not that great of a movie. It's literally a bunch of frat guys getting their ass like eaten pretty much from this
Oh,
fucking
God.
like.
You
this
guys are
demon
frat
thing.
boys.
Taken out of context.
Bunch of frat guys getting their ass eaten.
I thought
I think I saw a movie about that once.
I thought hazing was like taken out. I guess not. The elephant log.
No, but don't fuck with the Ouija board. Shit's scary.
Well, what about the one story? I don't know if it was McCarran or it was it might have been
Stubeck.
Stubeck.
Oh, the
How,
haunted
like-
bong.
What?
What?
Yeah, they found a bong at the cemetery. I remember that.
That's not what we're talking
Our
about.
teacher walked into the school with a bong,
Yeah,
and
like-
everybody just like we were like Phil, we're like what the fuck?
He was like so happy about it.
That was Anthony
he was like,
Antonio's.
Remember he was like you guys can go inside. I'll be alone with this if you know what I mean.
he was
What
focused on
were
those
we doing?
marijuana cigarettes.
I wasn't our senior year. I think. I don't
No,
think.
that was
That's when we
Didn't
like
he just say like, let's go for a walk? Because like remember we would go like.
Well,
walk
no.
sometimes?
So sometimes like after it was like towards the end of the year. I believe it was
Wait,
junior
he
or
found that
senior
with
year.
us?
No, it
he
wasn't
didn't
us.
find it with us.
No,
I
it
just
was-
remember
it
him
was-
like
it
walk
was-
through the door.
It was the junior class, but I think we were. I don't know what it was, but regardless, it wasn't any of us. And they went to a walk like around like the labyrinth and like all the way
Yeah,
down
yeah.
to like the cemetery. And he came back and someone like found it. And then I guess like they saw him find it. And then like he took it up. He's like, I don't know what he said. I wasn't there, but you know what I mean. And then he brought it back to the school. Yeah.
All right.
That's not what I was getting at. I was getting at the Ouija board, but
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
great
Do
point
you
to
guys
bring
have
up.
any other scary stories or like?
He was gonna say.
Oh, Jim, what did you?
Well, I was going to talk about the one that Stuvek told us. I don't know
Our
if you remember
religion
that.
teacher,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
she said like she got out of like she knew like a priest that like there was a haunted house and like they had a Ouija board, and so they took it out and one day without like a priest or permission or like this was like her friend, she like chucked it in the woods and she just like threw it like in the woods and then it's like all right we're done with that. And then like 2 days later, it like spawned in like the house. Which
I think
is,
it was
like,
on her
nuts.
doorstep.
Yeah, it was on her
And
doorstep.
she threw it back in the woods. Then it like was in her house.
In her house, yeah, which is ridiculous. I mean, that is just crazy.
Remember our plan to prank her?
Yeah. Oh my god, we might as well talk about that. That is a good one. Who came up with that? Was it
I don't know.
was
no.
it Evan DePerna? It might have been Evan DePerna. I don't know.
I'm not
It
sure.
more than likely was Evan.
Well, it was like every
Sounds like
single
him,
day
yeah.
towards graduation, like there would be a Ouija board, right? And so every single day towards they would have it like at the door, and then it would like move slowly, like till her desk.
Yeah.
And then on the last day, like have a Ouija board on her desk,
my God.
and then it would be like spelled out like her daughter's
Her
name.
baby.
Yeah.
That is
That would have been that would have been
That is
great.
terrible.
And that was like a senior prank. That would have been awesome.
That would have actually been so awesome.
But like they were like she would just burn it, but like they were like we'll buy like 17 of them
buying
so we
them,
could
yeah.
just keep stacking all the way to the desk.
Remember when she like made Wyatt like take off his shirt?
Yeah, 'cause
he had like
Jesus.
he had Jesus like surfing
wave.
like on
That's
like
a great t-shirt.
Not the best shirt for like old show. Let's
No,
be
not
honest.
the best
You're
shirt,
just
for old, but it's not like they show him doing anything bad on it.
No, I know, but he walked into our like bio class, first period bio class. Mr. Michael, you know, like most laid back guy in the world, and he goes, "Yeah, I'd probably take that off." Like he just knew he was gonna get shit on.
Hey, what's he gonna do though? Just go shirt? You know. Like,
No, yeah,
what's
I know.
he
Well, he
gonna
put it on.
Remember when Stuvek yelled at me for saying butt hurt?
I wasn't in that class.
Yeah,
but I heard
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I was like,
It's like an anal sex
I
reference.
was like, Jason's just butthurt about this, and then she was like, Gavin, I'm gonna have to give you a pink slip for that, and I was like, wait, what? What are you talking about? She's like, you made an anal sex reference in my class, and I was like, what?
She
What the
does.
fuck are you
Her
talking
anal
about?
sex-
Her mind's just going way too out of it. Like,
Yeah.
She's like what society is now. That's like how they just like think everything's
Everything,
an attack is like the worst. You're trying to like be.
Well, I mean, I was making an anal sex reference because Jags did take it up the ass the night before that.
I mean, of course.
Jags was being a big bitch that day.
He was,
When
Jason
wasn't
got
it?
paid.
dude, all freshman year he was a big bitch.
He was
He
like
was.
CJ's bitch.
He was like retarded. Like
Yeah,
eat
he-
his pencil case.
Welcome,
I mean-
welcome to the podcast where we just flame you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like,
Hey, that's
story.
Dude, that religion class was. I would like stab Ted so many times.
Dude, Jason would always like put his pencil box in his mouth and start like shaking it around like he was like a rabid dog. Like,
Jags was a dog back freshman year.
I'm still a dog now.
I think that I didn't agree.
The
with
Honda
you, I beg
Element
to
says
differ.
different.
Jason, our health class,
Oh yeah, the fucking health class.
the natural high videos.
Those are something else. Mike Conley Jr. Goat.
He was like,
Whoever
dude,
the
I was so
WNBA chick
wasted. Like that
I
video.
learned my calculus.
Yeah, then you learned my calculus.
Wait, who is? Oh wait, what was the one like band that did like the rap
Pod.
rock?
It was like Pod or something like that.
Yeah, I think
Pog?
Yeah,
Piece
it
of
was,
garbage.
it was Pod because it was
Youth of a Generation.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we are.
That song's like about a school shooting. I was like,
Coach Matt was like, you know who they are, right? I was like, what?
There's no chance.
like that's what my dad listens to
Yeah,
on his
I remember
bike.
before that episode played, I was like, you guys will probably relate to this one the most or some shit. I was like, dude.
Remember, like Mac would like get in his car and like leave sometimes. Like,
Yeah,
during health
dude.
class?
One day he's like, after he played volleyballs, he left for the he left like 10 minutes in and just never came back. And I was
we
like,
had
wow,
him
weird.
for block.
Yeah.
So we were
We had
with
him
there
for
for like
70
a,
minutes.
Yeah,
That's when
we
you
were
guys-
using
yeah,
it.
Were you guys
block
in my
too,
health
yeah.
class?
Jackie was like dancing
With
on the pillow, like,
Koski
twerking
and
stuff.
Ethan.
Yeah, he's
Dude,
like,
I
okay,
didn't
you
talk
turn
to
on the
Jamie
lock.
Koski.
No,
Everyone
because
hit the whip, except Michaela.
I had
Twerk.
block too, and it was great because he wouldn't show up for like
I remember
the first
hearing
half of the
I
class.
do.
I had a video of that
I
on
don't,
my
know. I don't
old
think so.
No, I had Ronnie and
The Kyler Sarah.
I had Brandon Lowe in mine.
God. Oh, we might as well talk about it.
Go.
Oh,
I don't know.
we can talk about
this
Spanish
like no,
class.
Pat tricked me.
Miss Quigley. Jimmy's at the door. Poor Vincenzo's like just past the doorway. She would like sprint over, like looks down the hall, is like, "Hi, Vincenzo." And, like had to play it on. I wasn't even in that class. I know Ted.
There was times where he'd be writing, and then he'd just get up and go to the pencil sharpener. It was electric. And Miss Craig would like try teaching, and he'd put the pencil in. Every time she would speak, like every time. Then eventually she was like, "Does anyone have a pen or pencil for Brandon to use? Or Brandon, right?
Brandon, yeah,
Brandon.
Does anyone have a pencil for Brandon to use? This is getting ridiculous." Like, it's all right. Choose my pen. I need a pen the whole time.
Did you hear that Lego is like paying people to ship their Legos back to them so
Shit
they
their
can like
levels.
give them out for like Toys for Tots sort of thing?
Really?
Yeah, they're like it's like one of the big events that they're sponsoring. Like everybody that like grew up with Legos, they're like trying like buy them back so they can like give them away to charity and stuff.
They do not want my Legos.
They're like glued
They're
together.
all sticky.
It's like brown. Brown.
They're
All right,
inside
all
me
right.
right
What was
now.
the best Lego set you ever built?
That's impossible.
By
for me to
yourself.
say.
I never like.
Pirates of the
I had so
Caribbean.
many.
No, the Indiana Jones one.
Which
Death
one?
Star.
It was the tree cutter.
I never built.
Oh, that was sick.
Yeah.
I never built a Lego set. I got halfway through a Batmobile.
You never
and
built a
quit.
Lego set.
I got
What?
halfway through a Batmobile and quit. I just
Dude, I
always got.
had
Dude.
probably
I-
hundreds of Lego sets.
I just got the minifigs and played with those things.
Oh, that's what I
I
did.
mean, they were
sets.
sick, but like building those set was pretty awesome. So
My buddy Sean and I, when we were growing up, we did the Death Star replica.
You
you
had
had a
that?
Death Star?
Yeah,
It
we
was
did.
like $600.
We did the Death. Well, back then it probably wasn't.
No, it was-
No,
It was,
it came
yeah.
out at 600.
It was still pretty
I mean,
expensive.
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Sean's dad's hilarious.
Wait, like the
but,
cutout
uh,
one or like the normal?
It was half. It was like the end. You can see the inside.
Yeah,
of
that-
it, but
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
like-
like the $600
It was like
one.
400 or something.
Like actually,
I don't know, I remember him and
The
I-
only one more expensive was the Millennium Falcon.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
Speaking
it
of
was-
the Death Star, have you seen the Raiders' new what's it called?
Stadium.
Stadium.
Yeah.
It actually looks like the Death Star.
You know what? Stadium's actually pretty cool. Like I just drove past it and it's like pretty
Heinz
cool.
Field.
Yeah.
PNC Park.
I think
PNC Park.
PNC
where,
Park, yeah.
where the
Oh, console.
the Eagles play Century Link.
Yeah.
They have like a bunch of like it's like hexagons and
Yeah.
there's like yet like a green light like
Yeah.
coming out of it. It's pretty
Whoa,
cool.
whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is the yellow light. All right. No green lights. Come on.
Yeah, fuck
Why were
Philly.
you in Philly? Whoa.
I was just going down to Ocean City.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Fuck Philly.
Why did you go over to Philly for Ocean City?
We had to pick up my niece from the Ocean
It's like
from
out of
the
the
Philly
way. It's like
airport.
from the-
Wait,
It's out of the
is
way.
it Ocean City, Maryland?
Yeah.
Because you can go through Philly like that. Yeah, no, that's a viable.
Yeah,
that
you-
is a
Normally,
viable-
I always
Yeah,
just
my
cut
dad-
straight through Virginia.
My
Yeah.
grandpa. That's fair. Or Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. All right, you got a problem with Bill Rooney? I mean, I'll talk about it. Yeah. So.
All right, let's give us a little insight on Bill Rooney.
Bill Rooney. Jeez, what are we gonna talk
You
about?
guys
Like
go.
our dads.
Feel
Just
like
give
Tony
a-
had a hand.
just
Give me a quick rundown.
All right, Bill Rooney. Born and raised Germantown, Philadelphia, or
Fuck
Germantown,
It's nuts.
Pennsylvania. Far from it, which is basically Philadelphia. Born and raised, he worked with robotics his whole entire life. Moved from Philadelphia. Don't make fun of my grandpa. Moved from Philadelphia to Kansas City to Washington's Crossing, New Jersey, and then now in Pittsburgh, PA, where he had my mother and both my uncles. Yeah, that's basically it. Great guy.
Definitely.
Some people call him the goat.
He
I mean, I
might
don't
he
know.
might be goaded.
Hey,
on
that
it.
He
guy-
might be the goat.
During indoor, he said that you had a ham and cheese sandwich for me. I ran over and
Yeah.
asked you.
No.
You had no idea.
No, this is insane. My grandfather is fixated on you being able to eat food. Like I don't know why. He's like, it was like we were having meeting team Thanksgiving. He's like, did you make more turkey for Connor? Well, I don't know why I just used your voice. My grandpa was like, did you make more turkey for Jesus Christ?
Oh.
Did you make more turkey for
Grandpa.
Connor? And then he's just like fixated on like you being like a lard.
Where's your guys' grandparents?
No, I mean you know.
I mean, I love Bill Rooney. He does seem to hate the
Fix
facts.
it.
On you being a lard.
Can we go back to indoor for a second and
Yep.
talk about the indoor fight?
Oh,
Dude,
man.
that was my biggest regret not hopping.
Yeah, us three were like the
I was
biggest
like-
dudes. We
Oh,
didn't
so-
know.
yeah, Ted and I
So
were Ted,
good.
Cirque and I were
Yeah.
the first ones on.
All right, I'm gonna explain it. All right,
Gotta do a
so
breakdown.
I think our team, all the members of our friend group, we all played indoor soccer with each other.
There were a few
Now,
extra ones.
our team
from the
name was,
actual-
yeah,
One
that's,
Last
that's
Ride.
irrelevant.
Team name,
Anyways,
All right, fuck you.
So our friend group was on the soccer team, and the league we played in, it was probably one of the shadiest arenas you could probably play for indoor soccer. It's like a thin layer of turf, It's like built as a hockey rink.
Asbestos from the ceiling.
It's very old, and it's called Under the Bridge. Like that's like where it's like that's what it's known as. our team was playing this, just a bunch of fuck boys like call themselves the Leftovers, and
No, it wasn't.
It
it wasn't not the Leftovers.
It was the Swickley kids.
Quaker Valley FC.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
my fault.
the rich kids.
Yeah, so we were just playing. It was a very physical game the entire game. However, one of our players, his name's Jake Dubois, he made a very nice play. It was very aggressive. The kid tackled him and put him in a headlock and just like threw him on the ground.
Right in front of our bench.
Right in front of our bench. Then Jake rolled over and started punching. Right when I saw the first punch, myself, Jimmy, and then one of our friends,
No,
Ted.
Ted was the first one.
Hold on.
And
So
Brendan.
us three, we looked at it. Us three looked at each other, and Ted. You guys will meet Ted eventually. Ted is like what 5'5".
He's
5'4".
It looks like a dwarf.
Very short guy. Looks like a dwarf. He jumped over the
boards.
the boards to get into the fight. Like the first person to lead the charge. Then Jimmy and I followed.
Instantly.
And
And then-
it was like the Matrix. Like everything happened in slow motion. All I see is Ted. He bulldozes over the player, and then he gets shoved. And then that's when Jimmy and I just started throwing our bodies into these players.
Yeah.
So it's a full-on like bench clearing sort of thing. Everybody's fighting. Like people are getting thrown out.
I was on the field and it was happening. I was like, what the fuck is going on right now?
It was probably
Well,
like
it wasn't the whole bench because the biggest dudes, Connor, Jason, and me, all played football, and we all just looked at each other and just like kind of sat there.
Well,
we were like thinking about it.
the
We were
only
like,
reason I did
should we?
not go in there was because I wanted the game to keep going, just so I could like try to hurt somebody.
There would be
Because-
blood if us three jumped.
Oh
in
my
there.
gosh,
we were the only three.
Connor would have killed
Yeah,
us.
I know. I just didn't feel like moving.
Dude, I
was
hopped
like,
up
man,
onto
I
the
don't
boards.
think
I was like looking down, waiting for somebody to jump on, and then I like looked at Victor, and I was like, he was shaking his head.
forgot
no.
about
Victor.
And I just like sat down on
But
the
those are like
boards.
rich, scrawny, like white kids. And you guys were like
I would've thrown
outsized.
I just
like,
think it's
all of
funny that the soccer players were the first ones to
Yeah.
get into the fight, and then the football players just like hung back.
Well,
But if the football players would have gotten involved, you're like, yeah, like you said,
Oh,
they're
our
definitely
team
good
would have been
blood.
removed.
Right.
Yeah, we would have been like banned.
Oh,
from
yeah.
it.
Right after, like, when this was going on, like, me and Howie were, like, talking to Victor, like, trying to basically say what was going on, and he was like, no. He was like, I saw him get put in a necessary conduct, and then the other kids started throwing punches. And so he was, like, talking about Jake, who was put in a chokehold. He said that he started the entire thing, basically, in a chokehold. And then, like, no one on the other team got disciplined
Kicked
at all.
out.
And
I got kicked
we had
out.
3 kids on our team
Did you
that
get
kicked out.
kicked out?
I actually didn't get kicked out.
It was
surprisingly.
myself, Ted.
Even though I was
and
like
Jake.
throwing all the punches
And
like, on
Preston.
these players. like-
Preston got booted.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
Adam.
And Hal.
And
No.
Brendan.
Preston and Howie.
No, Howie got thrown out right after. Like we
No,
we
Howie
started
was in the
game
fight.
again.
The only-
No, he was in the fight, but he didn't get kicked out because like we started the game back up, and then Howie did something. Like he did a dickhead
I think
thing.
that was Brendan that
No,
got kicked
no,
out.
it was
Brendan.
Brendan. Brendan was doing the fighting Irish with another
No,
kid.
yeah.
That's right.
But-
He
but-
was.
Yeah, they were fucking around.
Yeah,
Wait, was Xander in that game?
No.
No.
but
Yeah, he
Brendan-
was. He
He's on the other
was.
team.
Because remember,
He's on the other team.
their entire
we
team
made him
didn't
sit
show
on
up
the
at
bench.
first.
He kept talking to the kids. Oh, yes.
That was probably one of the greatest things our friend group has like done, like together. Like just like we could all say we got into a melee with each other, just an all out
Not, not me, Connor.
The wor-
That was a
that
pass.
We witnessed a melee.
that like organization hated us, but then like the next week they were putting us on their Facebook page with a giant inflatable soccer
Yeah.
ball.
Did they put us on their face?
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
The refs were recording us because
I
we
forgot
said,
about that
"Hey,
game.
this game
I
is
mean-
going nowhere. You guys are winning.
Good looking team.
Let's use this ball instead for the next 30 minutes."
Yeah, I remember.
Wasn't it like Kevin's ball or something?
No, it was Ryan Garrett.
Yeah, Ryan Garrett.
Wasn't that the same team that like they had a big lead on us? But
Yeah.
like we want this to go to pens, and so they like started getting own goals
They
on
were shooting
themselves.
on their own goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the NA team. Those are great kids.
And then they tied us, and then they were like, no penalties. We don't do penalties
Oh
here.
yeah.
Wait, was that the
That's
team
not-
with iDubbbz?
Yeah.
yeah.
No, we did a penalty kick thing once though.
That was against
That
like
was
the other.
leftovers.
That was against. Those were against the other Ulsh kids.
Because I was
Yeah.
in net. I was
Or, oh,
terrified.
The
yeah.
Express.
Yeah,
The
that was the
Express.
Express.
They
I
blew a
still-
4-1 lead.
I still remember
won that,
my
right?
very first
Yeah,
like
dude,
game.
I scored all over. I got a hat trick that game easy just because of how fried I was. I was
Wait,
like,
you smoked before that?
yeah, I was blasted off my ass, and I was just like making insane plays. I was breaking kids' ankles. I was hitting
I
like
remember-
flicks and shit.
Before some games, I think it was you, but we gotta go across the train
No,
tracks.
I only smoked for one game.
No, we smoked like cigarillos.
Oh, that was me.
We go
Yeah,
across
we
the
would go
train
across
tracks.
the
There was
yeah.
like trains like whizzing past.
Oh
We were
my
just, like,
god. So I think I remember my very first game. I was in 8th grade, and like I decided to play with the St. James /
Yeah.
Ulsh kids because I knew a buddy on there, and he was like, "Why don't you play for us?" I get in there.
Who was
and
it?
Huh?
It was
Byron.
Fire no.
He asked me to play, and then
Bombs on.
that's when I met. I remember you, Kevin, and all those Ian Rogers.
Yeah, I didn't know till like 2 years after you're the same kid.
Yeah, so like I was like, they were like, okay, go and goal, and then I remember the very first phrase was like I was talking to Kevin's dad. He was our coach. He said, I got so scared after this. He was like, all right, if they come close to you, the other team, just duck. Don't even try to stop them. And I was like, what? I get in there, and we're playing the seniors of like that height of Olsh, like when they're seniors. And I remember Greg Strong. He was like, take this fucking kid's head off, and I was like, and my balls just like went up inside. I was like, like and then they just started ripping them at me. And then I remember Dan Shaheen doing a bicycle kick on me. He missed epically, but I was like, oh my god, is this what high school soccer is like? And I was like,
No, this
Jesus
is not.
Christ,
You
this
like
is
dog
not
your
it.
2 mile.
That was the
30
old
minutes.
God squad though.
Yeah, that team was.
Could we get
nuts.
the team name though? You haven't said it yet.
Which one?
The
One-
75.
One last ride.
No, one
Oh,
last
last
ride.
ride.
yeah, the one last
Rest in
ride
peace,
team.
Paul Walker.
Yeah.
We
Fuck,
love
rest
you.
in peace, Cardi B. We
And
miss you.
Stop.
Do not
Yeah,
disrespect the
don't
queen.
say
Touch me
Stop.
again, and you die.
This whole podcast is about her. Clearly.
that. Everything we've mentioned has been about her until this point, and you ruined it.
I'm all right. I'm sorry.
You just disrespect her.
I can't even go 5 seconds without saying her name.
She's all I think about.
I love the way she talks like a kindergartner.
Dude, calm down, sir. Seriously,
Now,
calm down.
speaking
she is not my queen.
speaking of Cardi B, let's talk about Arizona tea.
Opinions,
Alright.
best flavor.
With-
let's
best
rattle them
flavor.
The
off.
watermelon one.
Yeah, 100%.
Watermelons are
100%.
best.
Arizona green tea.
Green tea. All right, you say watermelon. I say watermelon. Gav, I know you're not an Arizona
I got
connoisseur.
I got to go with the blueberry lemonade.
He's like actually stoned.
Dude, I
No,
love
I'm
whenever it's
definitely
poured
agreeing
over the
with
Silver Surfer.
I'm definitely agreeing with Jim, although I'm definitely more of an Arnold Palmer guy.
You are an
Yeah.
Arnold Palmer.
Arnie's go nuts.
I just like brisk.
Connor.
Oh, fuck, dude. It was some
I like
Ari-
that, dude.
No, it was an Arizona energy
Jack.
drink.
You know what's good? Tivana. You
Swear
got
to-
me on that.
T-Vana
Good
is
stuff.
nuts.
Wait, you
It's
guys
some
remember?
gourmet
Green
shit.
tea?
dude.
So good.
Do you guys remember the Bob Marley tea?
Yeah.
That shit always made me so fucking tired as a kid. I'm not sure if they put some like melatonin in it.
It was
or
like
something.
CBD.
Dude, that shit always got me
I
super
never tried it, but I
tired.
remember it.
Dude, they sold that at like Spencer's by the case.
Do you remember-
They sold it at like the
Do you remember our
Why
senior
did
trip?
Spencer say what you
On our senior
Buying
trip,
bones.
Oh, Kim.
we got the
Oh, yeah.
CBD.
Dude, I wasted $75 on that, and it's still in my room. I used it during the trip, and then that was
So is the
it.
pizza.
And then the video you took, you're driving, and you're like, you take a hit of your the CBD, and then you just chug Monster, and you're like, holy fuck, God, whoa, and then just fucking floor it. That was probably like one of my favorite car
Yeah,
rides.
you were
the
like
last three.
dead to the world at that point, though. Not
No,
sure how
that
you
was
remember that.
That was one of the worst car rides because you guys just played Dragon Ball Z.
No,
on
that was
audio.
him.
It was just audio. There was no
I was
video.
trying to listen to music, and then Cirque was like, I'm trying to go to sleep. Can you play this instead?
For like 2 hours, I had to listen to Dragon Ball Z audio.
That's
That was
funny.
it.
Us six are the car guys. Like
Yeah.
we had our
That's
green
Yes,
and red
so our friend group, we went on our senior trip, probably the most epic thing we've ever done as well.
Epic.
Us six were the only ones that decided to drive. The rest wanted to just fly. But you know, one of the best parts of like a road trip or like a
Vacation.
vacation is the road trip. It was like on the way there. We all met up. We met up pretty late.
we met up at
well,
Biscuit
we were
World.
waiting
Biscuit
on
World.
some supplies up in near somebody's brother's
Keys
house.
Rocks.
That was
Up
like
in-
5. That was like 4 a.m.
No, that was at 3.
No,
because I woke up at 3. No,
woke
you
up-
guys woke up
No,
later.
we
than
were
us.
saying like, let's leave by this time.
You
We
guys
didn't leave till
slept
like
in-
5.
You guys slept in an hour.
Yeah, because somebody
No,
forgot.
Gavin
Gavin-
slept in an hour.
No,
Yeah,
Jason
you
and I-
slept in an hour.
No, we were up way before you guys.
Dude, we woke up at 3 to get over to Stowe Rocks. at
No, listen.
4.
You had the stuff. Don't get me wrong. You were already there established. But
But we helped them load the stuff.
Yeah, but you weren't like waiting on us.
Yeah, they did help us load
No,
the
no,
stuff.
no,
up.
No, we waited at Speedway for a good 15
We
minutes.
slept in.
I fucking-
And you guys.
You guys were still late,
fucked
even
up.
though we
Yeah, you
slept
guys
in.
fucked up
we
for an hour.
we were stealing something. I can't say what it is.
Nah.
Yes,
No.
we were.
way.
Alright,
Jesus Christ, you made Steve drop the.
What the fuck was that?
All right, so we're clipping most of that.
No, that's
No,
staying. That's
The
there.
best,
That
the
part
best
was-
part about that drive down were the walkie-talkies.
Yeah,
Oh
we,
my
that was.
God.
This is the SS Chungus. Prepare your ass for docking.
We had walkie-talkies in our cars, so when we were close enough in distance, we could actually like communicate over the walkie-talkie. And there was points where like we wouldn't do anything. You just hear the walkie-talkie like.
But like there was points where like
you.
we didn't even know like how close you were.
Yeah.
Like so like we like there was a point when you like buzzed and we did not know and it was like the SS Chungus prepare.
Yeah,
we
we
like
were, like,
walked back and we were just like
We were like a quarter mile behind them, and I was like, "Hey, that is Gavin's car.
Yeah.
We're going to anally rape them."
yeah.
I have the video on deck if you guys.
I was
want
gonna
to
say,
Yeah,
like,
play the
You might as well
video.
play it.
This is the SS Chungus. We're coming in for docking. Prepare your anus. Coming in hot. Oh, fucking kidding me?
That was so good. What happened to
What
Vine?
actually happened?
What happened to Vine?
They got bought out by Musically.
So far from true. The owners
actually what happened.
No, the owners of Vine.
Because I like
Trust me, I know this. The owners of Vine.
Jim does that all the time, but he's like.
They fuck the owners of Vine.
I
yeah.
don't
So
know.
after it was dying off, correct?
Yeah.
Twitter owned Vine. So Twitter invested. They took out all their investment of money, out of Vine, and then it just shut down.
But Musically ended up buying some of the stocks for Vine. I remember that was a big
Are
thing.
you sure?
Yes, because then Musically was bought out and became TikTok. Musically was like that 2-year period in between Vine and TikTok.
But it's
And
just
nobody that I know used Musically, which is why it was bought out. Because it had no stock rate.
that's fair.
It was bought out because no one that Connor knew personally
Well,
used it. So they were like, "Yeah, we gotta buy this."
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
I mean, if you heard somebody was using Musically,
They were getting bullied. That was like
it was like the
sophomore
OG
junior year.
that was like
what the fuck?
beta TikTok. Like
Vine
whenever
was-
people were still doing it for
Like they were lip syncing. Yeah.
yeah.
Vine was weird though, because remember, like after it closed, like even like months after, if you had like a link like that you still like copied, if you pasted it and like
It
you
would
click
work.
on it, it would still work.
Oh well, they didn't shut the servers down. The servers were still up
You
and
just-
running.
you
You
just
just
weren't
could not
Create
post, you
content.
could- yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because servers, they had to like probably do a whole server maintenance to remove all the data.
Well, when Vine was at its end, it was like one of the like darkest like
It was
social
like-
media. Like it was.
Isn't it crazy
weird
though
stuff.
how so many people build careers off that?
No, I
though?
know it's amazing.
Yeah.
Logan Paul.
Just
There's
as-
so many people.
David
just as
Dobrik.
influencers.
Mhm.
What was that one dude that always have it like sing? Not Danny.
Oh, Danny DeVito.
the guy that made like the
He really like commentate. He would narrate people's lives and stuff.
Oh, that was the dude that walked around with the tuba.
Oh, I know exactly.
He
Who you're
like
talking. I know
Ted's
exactly
haircut.
who you're talking about, but I don't know.
He was
his
very
name.
energetic.
it was Calum something, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I don't
I feel like he had a cuck name like Calum.
Speaking of that, but favorite Viners. Let's
I
go
don't really
around.
know many.
Yeah, I really
names.
couldn't. I wasn't.
That dude
like,
that said that did the surprise motherfucker thing.
Oh, what was
Bro,
that?
Just look up some
Motherfucker.
Viners. I mean, I was one of my personal favorites. I actually did sports remix
Oh, I
vines.
heard. Well, let's hear Prime Sports.
Amanda-
Prime sports remixes.
Amanda Cerny was really popular.
Yeah.
The Britney for
Melvin Gregg was pretty big.
Wasn't that where Miranda Sings popped off too, or whatever the fuck that
you mean iCarly?
I think she was on YouTube.
was? She
Yeah,
or
Miranda.
is she
Miranda
like one of
Cosgrove?
the Logan Paul's stories?
Dude, fuck Logan Paul.
I'm a Logan.
Hey guys,
I'm
I'm at
a
the Suicide Forest.
I'm-
That's a boss.
I'm in the
so
Logan
many
game.
ads
He
on
decided to become a boxer. Like, dude, you're making so much money off of YouTube. Why do you just want to like do that? Like,
Oh, Lele Pons
It's
is the big
pure-
one.
Yeah, she was.
She was
That's
fun.
who I was thinking of. Not
Oh,
Miranda
this
Sings.
Gabrielle.
She was from Pittsburgh. Fun fact.
Really?
Yeah,
Was
she got bullied because she did a Genius like for her song and
Oh,
she
yeah.
actually sang it. So people like reamed
Yeah,
her
no, I
out
remember
for
that. I
that.
swear I remember that. That
Yeah.
was so bad.
Wait, that monster girl that's like the monster song.
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm almost definite. Fact check me.
Nick Coletti, also from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Nick
Coletti.
Coletti.
Shout out to him.
Who's that?
He had a few good vines. He's like a comedian now.
What's her name?
Nick Sketty.
All right, can we talk about best places to get sketty?
Honestly,
Thomas Sanders. That's what I was talking about.
Oh yeah, he was good. He did up the TED
Oh, I
Talk.
remember him.
Okay.
Yeah,
This dude.
I do remember him.
what the fuck is this?
You know him to see him.
He was good though.
So Connor, when are you gonna start your blog/podcast on what it be, what it do? This is Connoisseur's Canners food review. When are you gonna start that?
Well, actually, I'm trying to get the channel revamped, rebranded. Trying to get some merch ready so I can drop merch as soon as I start launching videos again.
Yeah, I was so gonna say.
What the
He didn't even
freak?
Clip that.
That's included.
But anyways, No, because I wanted to, do like part time with your what it be, what it do. This is Tony Baloney's fraternity review.
Dude, that was great when we did that down in the basement.
That's like
With the Ouija board.
Yeah.
No, we
The
did
panic
it.
room.
Right here we have the keyboard that plays itself.
Dude, that shit was scary. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
What if we actually did that and just walked into a frat party? We're just like, well, first off, this is not my house, so this bottle of laundry detergent is going in the back in the bowl of your toilet. Let's see where they go.
Depending on what fraternity, like what universities you go to, like they will try to fight you.
I don't give
Like
a
the
fuck.
200 guys fighting us. You got what? We're gonna take out maybe three or four.
Connor could take out
Yeah.
easily 20.
Connor
Can't really
If
eat one.
200 guys come at you
I'm taking
at the
20.
same time,
20.
Connor's gonna take out
We
20.
take out cheap. We just take cheap shots on all these
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. Oh my god, I think the meme team could take over any frat.
We take
No.
Jeeves with us.
Oh,
He was
Chiefs?
in the strip today.
No.
Jeeves.
He Snapchatted me a
Jeez.
picture of my Bitmoji like right next to his, and he just sent that to me.
Christ, that's
I said, "Slide to the BJO." He said, "I left." Like 2 hours
Oh,
later.
Jeez.
He folded.
Thanks, Jeeves.
Total fool.
He
That's the
actually
first
folded.
time he's ever Snapchatted me.
I was like sick. I didn't
Dude,
get a senior letter from Jeeves. He gave
I
one
didn't
to
get one
everyone
either.
else.
I also
He
I
gave
didn't
one
get
to
one
me.
either.
He was like, "Keep the beard healthy."
Dude, my
and keep
senior
getting
letter
bigger.
just like revolved around the only like the meme team, and they're all half-assed. Like we all just gave each other like letters so half-assed.
I
but,
gave
like,
I gave two people letters, and they weren't letters. They were just pictures of penises. One was
swastika.
Miranda, and the other one was Emma. I think I gave Emma a double-sided penis
Remember the
with
penis
like
picture?
2 heads.
You drew, and it was like the
John C. flexing.
you know, it was like the one of like it was like like in the Vatican where it's like
Oh, they were,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
touching.
No, I drew half of that. Yeah, I drew the first penis, and Andy drew like the jacked body with the other penis. They were just like this little
The
like
tips
touch.
touching.
I have it.
Actually,
I gotta
speaking
find
of
it.
John
you guys,
T.
I thought you put it in Miss Desmond's vase.
No,
Oh yeah.
No.
we took it out.
Miss Hollowell.
No, it was Holobus.
Dude, the
Yeah, it was.
amount of
Well,
shit-
it was in her Miss Desmond's
Oh
room.
no,
The amount of
I
shit they
pulled
put
that
in
out
that
during
vase.
class one day, and
And you
I
got
was
your
like,
hand
"What is
stuck in it.
this?" And Miss Hollowell like ran back, grabbed it out of my hands, was like,
Remember you got your hand stuck in a vase?
"That was like a complete prank," and it was definitely in Hollowell's or Vince's
I
class.
thought it was like Miss Hurley's.
Dude, I know I have.
Hurley
a
would
picture.
kill us.
all right,
It may have
so
been Hurley. I
our
don't
English
remember.
class at high school, we had a brand new English teacher our senior year, and her name was Miss Hollabaugh.
Maybe pass it.
Well, she used to teach 8th graders or 7th graders, and then came straight to seniors. So we knew instantly like we gotta like make her want to like just not want to teach anymore. So we were like basically she would always say we were her guinea pigs because like she didn't know how to teach seniors. So she let us do whatever we wanted. But like just the amount of banter we had in that class and like the amount of like shit that happened. For example, our guy right here, Jimmy Entz, fainted and passed out.
Yeah.
While
And-
talking about spina bifida.
Yeah, we were talking about
Careful.
about
Good times.
something about like babies getting like brain like.
All right, let's all
No,
get into it here, right?
It was
No,
spina
anyways.
bifida. It's like a bump in your
Yeah.
back.
Okay. Anyways, so when Jimmy listens to like stuff about like surgeries and all, he gets really woozy. Well, she kept talking about it for about like 20 minutes, and then Jimmy got up and said,
Well, no, here I'll say.
"Okay,
I'll
Jimmy,
go.
you go." This
So
is
like,
what your thought
this
process.
this is POV right here. So she's like yellow light. Anyways, so she's on the desk and back. No, pick with that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good one. Anyways, so yeah, so
Fucking this guy.
she's go for a reach around and the guy's fucking hard. No. So yeah, this is all of us talking about this like kid that had like a growth on his back. I'm like, all right, well this isn't going to go well. So she's like going into it. She's like 15 minutes in. I'm like, oh my gosh. I stand up. No. I asked her. I said, Miss Hall, I don't feel good. Can I go to the bathroom? Apparently I was white as a ghost.
You were
you were, like,
so
off-white.
discolored.
Yeah.
You looked like a zombie.
Well,
You literally
anyways.
looked like you've died already. Like 20. Like it's been like 2 months.
months.
Yeah.
like-
So I was like, okay. So I walked to the door. When I stood up, the amount of lights and colors I saw, I couldn't even tell you. It was just like instant
Right,
head
tripping.
rush. I walked to the door, put my hand on the door, and like go to open it. Instantly hit my. So it's been told. Hit my head off the hand, and just fall down, and then like hit my head off the back wall, crush the back of my neck off the barricade. Which is used to like for school shootings, like you put them in a door and like make sure
Absolutely
you don't
useless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're like,
You
it's
just-
gonna prevent someone opening the door. I was like, dude, there's a fucking window.
There's a
instantly
fucking
just shoot
win-
that
there's a
thing
window.
off. Instantly just shoot that thing off. Anyways, so cracked back my head. I wake up like I don't know 2 minutes later and like You were like right there. You were there. Plaus is there.
Me.
You and then like Mac, I believe, or something like that. It was just like the weirdest group of people.
I was asleep during half this. All you
Well,
hear is the big like boom. And like,
While this was
stunned.
happening, I was next door in Miss Vent's room for study hall
I remember
because
Miss
I was
Vent
kicked out
ran
of
over.
Commons during this time.
It
And
was
all of a
a
sudden, I'm like messing with Miss Vent and talking to Preston, and I just hear this thump
Yeah.
against the wall, and I'm like, "What was that?" And then somebody like peeks their head and is like, "Jimmy passed out." I was like,
So here's what happened, right? So Jimmy like started walking towards the front, and then
Like,
Miss
talk to
Holloway goes like, she goes like, Jason, she goes walking down to the office.
Yeah,
and I was
that's
like, okay. I look back and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with
Yeah, I
this guy?
remember looking at
And then
Jags.
Kevin looked like Jim is falling on his ass, and then I like run
Jason,
to the
you were
door
you
and
were
I
so
looked out.
stunned.
I looked outside and everyone like all the teachers were like, and I was like, Jimmy Entz fell.
Dude, it made such a loud noise, and I was like, and then I was getting shit for like the girls that were in our class because they're like, oh my gosh, you were sleeping during this. Your friend's about to pass. I was like, I was
I don't
fucking.
care.
I was, yeah, I was like, I was
Yeah,
asleep.
You
No,
were not expecting
I
to
walked
like.
up to check on
hit the
Jimmy.
fucking
It
fan.
was me, Jason, and someone else, and we were like checking on you. Paul's opens the door.
Our principal.
He opens the door, and Jimmy's passed out,
Like dead to the world.
And I'm wearing a headband in class. And he's like, Aubrey, headband.
And then he looks at somebody, he's like,
Dead.
top button, make sure
Yeah,
you
he's
button
like
it.
correcting people's like uniforms. And
Well,
Jimmy's
I'm like limp, like
Jim's, like, seizing out.
Jim-
It was like his son, like right over there.
Oh shit! Don't even bring that up. God Almighty.
Dude, that was such an interesting class. And she felt so bad. we were like,
So like I was like we all fucked around in that class, like, and she was like pissed at me the whole year. Right after that moment,
she loved me.
loved me,
nice, yeah.
loved me.
She was like a mama. She was so.
She
cool.
was
Yeah.
nice.
Well, I felt bad because the first half of the year, Andy and I sat in the back. And we just did nothing but sleep during that class. Like a 40-minute nap. Like, nobody bothered us. Then, like,
Except
towards
Jags.
the second year, she, like, kept complimenting Andy and I for being, like, the best
Because we just
well-behaved.
slept the whole time.
Because we slept the entire time. So she, like, was like, we were allowed to sit wherever we wanted and all that. But then in the second half of the year, Andy and I were like, well, let's just, let's just start fucking around. Like, who cares? So then she just ended up hating us towards the end of it just because
Yeah.
she was like, you guys used to be so good. And we were both like, we were asleep
Yeah,
the
we just
entire
slept the
day.
whole time.
I hid from her at the
No.
beginning of every class.
Yeah.
She was like, "Where's Gavin?" I was like, pop out from behind like the cabinet.
No, okay,
What's
so
wrong with
in
that?
high school, like the way it was basically separated with our class, we didn't have that big of a class. We had about like 65 people. But there was always just the smart kids, the average kids, and then the kids that didn't give a fuck. So our group was the kids that didn't give a fuck.
Well,
we had 3 or 4 guys that were like in like the smarter classes, but like it was just us that were always together, especially our senior year. We all like made our schedules so we would have the same classes.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, I didn't do
No, I
that.
think it's just like
Like,
it
we
was
took
just like
personal
oh,
finance, media, communication.
I mean, everyone took personal
Speaking of
finance.
classes that don't give a fuck, first period Gov. Best nap class
Oh,
out
that
there.
class is lit.
Dude, you have the picture of me. I'm like,
We made our Wake and Bake Bakery.
Wake and Bake,
It was
yeah,
based off
me, you.
edibles and
That
they were
was
on
so
the
good.
strains of weed.
Mary Roscoe made like the Southern tea.
Look, Connor, we made we made that agency. What was it
The
called?
sports.
No, yeah, but what was it called?
It was something bad.
I looked at the page again a couple of days ago.
Remember the commercial?
You made like an Instagram
It
page
was like
for it.
Oh yeah, we
There was
did.
some Drake song. What was
No,
it?
I have the video. Hold on. Let me look
It
it up.
was a Drake song.
The amount of
and it was,
projects we had to
flipping
do, and like
page.
how half-assed we.
I have it.
Our friend group, when we want to do something, we always do like half-assed.
Mine and Jag's project for DeVivo
It
for
was God's plan.
the World War One it was me and him holding a picture of a machine gun.
I thought you filmed it on GTA.
And we filmed it on GTA. I like jumped off
This
a
is like
cliff
commercial.
with a Tommy gun and said, "This is what it was like in the trenches."
Well, then I remember
God's
myself,
plan.
Andy,
It's
and
God's
Gavin for our media and communications class had to do a how-to video,
That's all it is. Like,
and we had to do a how-to
That's awesome.
video, and we were like, okay, well, let's make something. So I forget who came up with the idea of blueberry lemonade.
I think it was Andy because Andy had like was like always drinking that brisk like blueberry
Yeah,
lemonade.
yeah.
So we decided to make blueberry lemonade.
That was lemonade though.
Well, okay, well, that's because we.
What was it?
Well, we were talking about like the Wake and Bake Bakery, and
Just clip this into the
I'll just clip this out. Hold on.
We should make like an episode of just all
clip it
bloopers.
into the video file.
yeah, dude.
clip it in.
Yeah.
So,
Oh
You
God, so
don't know
many
how to do
weird
that?
things. What the fuck is it?
He was like so dead.
Dude, it was not this far back.
it was
Oh yeah,
like,
here it is. Here.
do it how you just did for them.
Yeah, so I was like showing him the video, and I was like, here, look at this part. It's like empty, and then I went like this. You're like cranberry, just like. I didn't mean to ruin like the end of that, but
Yeah, I know you guys are talking about.
We
this.
were talking about
our
blueberry lemonade.
Blueberry lemonade. And well, no, so like
No,
we
it
half
wasn't
fasted like
lemonade.
a lot. When we went to Walmart, we got blueberries. You know, we got all the like important shit, but like the main ingredient was the lemon.
And
And we got pure lemon. So like it's like that shit that comes in and like it's like a plastic
We got
lemon.
concentrated lemon juice.
Yeah, and
It's
you're not
just-
supposed
yeah.
to use that. Like, but we were like, well, you know, we don't
we
know how
got
to.
2 of them too.
Yeah, we got 2, but we put both of them
We
in
swear
there.
to the entire thing.
when I tasted that, I was like, this is one of the worst things I've ever tasted.
Hey, we
Easily.
made it. It was very discretionary. We were like, guys, you do not have to drink this because when we tasted it, it was like fucking terrible. So we're
Yeah.
like, maybe if we put it in the fridge, it'll be better. Like,
I think we added like a shit ton more sugar. To
yeah.
it. Try to
Yeah, we
even
made
out.
it. We had to like make a syrup for it because you gotta pour that into it. But I think we should have made more syrup basically. Cause
Did
Yeah,
we
the
go
syrup wasn't
snowboarding?
over my car though.
Did we go sledding
we
before?
we went sledding.
Like
yeah.
after school, we just went to go sledding
We
for
went
like
sledding.
2 hours.
We did that. Then we went to the girls' basketball game. So we left at halftime. We were like, okay, we're gonna just like chill at my house for a while until this like kind of like dies
Wears
down.
off of it,
And then
which it didn't.
so when we
It was a school night, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, it was school night. So when we
What's the school?
when we
It was
get
a
back,
Thursday night.
my brother, it was me and him like in the house by ourselves, but my mom wasn't home, and so like he was like mad because we like left like the cars out like in like the road, and he's like, you can't do that, like the cops are gonna come, and so like he tried to like pull me inside, but he couldn't do it, and then he was like, you're not getting inside till they leave, and then like then we like go down to the garage and try and like get into our house right there. And then like so like he like locked the door, so like Andy was like, okay, so here's the plan. We're gonna get in our cars, drive down the road, make it seem like we left. And then when that happens, you're gonna let us in. And then we just hear my brother say, "No, you're not!"
Behind the garage door.
behind the garage door. And then we all start cracking up, and then Jim started like running into the garage
He's
door.
like, stop it! No, I like ran into it. I heard like 13 hockey sticks like falling like the ground. He was like, stop it! Good times.
I remember like while you were doing that, like I was standing outside with my orange soda and I was like, I'm gonna have to drive home and this is not good.
This is not good.
So I make it home, but I'm going like the speed limit, like
Yeah.
checking everything, and then like I walk in the door, I'm like, fuck, it's only 9 o'clock, like my mom's still awake, and I walk in the door, I'm like, Mom, I don't feel good. I'm just going straight to bed. She's like, okay, honey. And so, like, I'm laying down in bed, like, eyes wide open because I'm still so paranoid. I get a text message from some random number saying, who is this? I was so dumb. I just, like, shut my eyes until I fell asleep.
Dude, senior year was a movie.
It was.
That was a blast. We gotta have an episode
Do
just
we-
on that.
Do we want to talk about the Chance concert?
I'll say that for another time.
Yeah, let's save
I
it
think
another
we're wrapping
time.
That's
this
a
up.
good one though. Oh
That
my
is
gosh.
dude.
That's
You
a
walk in
long
the
one,
doors.
Oh my god.
All right, do the outro.
Go,
What it
Gav.
be? What it
Take
do?
it away, Gav.
Yeah.
All
come
right.
on, man.
Everyone, thank you for listening to our podcast. It's been real. Make sure to tune in every day. We'll be uploading daily right now. It's winter
We're
break.
prime
not
time.
uploading daily.
It's prime time.
It is prime time.
Nah, you gotta do weekly.
So it is. This has been the Yellow Light Podcast, Yellow Light District Podcast, and thanks for watching.
Join me, bruv.
Ooh.